Oh yeah, I wear my sunglasses at night, yo. Excuse the selfie cam lens cover. It'll periodically guest star in any of my videos. Well, let's see here. I just had a really long conversation with an old friend, maybe the best friend of my older brother. And this is what's really weird, is my entire life, like you'll have very weird reasons why you relate to this channel. But I have some of the most important information maybe available today or ever. So you're going to want to stick around and see what all I have to share. Because I have many strings that I can tie together amongst some of the biggest world mysteries known to man in all of history. Because what I talk about and what I'm trying to wrap my head around, at the same time I'm trying to get other people to understand this stuff with me, because it's extremely hard to understand. I don't fully understand it. I'm gonna make a video where I talk with somebody who is not to the understanding that I am at. Although the only way they're gonna talk to me is if they have a certain level of understanding. I'm just gonna be there with like even more strings tying things together, and then even more information that they are either privy to, or because whoever's going to talk to me is going to have some knowledge about things I talk about, but most likely not going to know everything. I've had an extraordinary amount of time to dedicate towards researching all of this ridiculous stuff that nobody wants to spend time researching. One of the first places I started without connecting any strings. I didn't start connecting strings until my random information study started tying. Everything just started going back to me, which is really weird, because I have a situation where sometimes I tell people, basically, as far as society is concerned, I am the equivalent to today's version of JFK or MLK, right? Those are just extreme examples of myself. Because a lot of people ask, oh, what's the big deal? Why are you worth anything? Nobody I talk to thinks that I'm worth enough of anything for any of what I talk about to even happen to me. Yet it happens to me. So there's this immediate point where some things are acknowledged and some things are not. Right? It's like, how do you accept one and then not the other? Especially when I can raise the bar on the frequency, right? Like, if the frequency goes up, then what I'm talking about is true. The only way you can tear me down is if what I'm talking about is not even close to the frequency that I talk about. I wouldn't even talk about things that don't hold a specific frequency in my life. I'm not going to let you know about anything that's just a complete waste of time. And hardly ever. If I do, I'm going to let you know that even I don't understand if this is an important point or not. I'll let you know that I think it's just a coincidence, But there are, like, sometimes there are coincidences. I'll admit that. And that's where I'll have to go out and make an example of coincidences. For one quick example, where I was talking with my older brother's best friend. And like I say, my whole life I've always identified with people, either my older brother or people of that age, or anybody even older. Always identified much better with older people rather than anyone my age or even younger. Like, If you're my age or younger, you have to be dropping knowledge that gives me haircuts in order for us to get along. If you're just a naive person that's the same age as me, we will not connect. Or it's going to seem like I'm crazy. Don't run away if that's you, because you need to stick around. You gotta at least open your eyes and mind to the fact that not only am I here saying this, but I'm not the only one. This information is not solely from me. I'm not the one who said that the United States is the Fourth Reich. That's something you can find all by yourself if you put the time and dedication into researching anything along the lines of what I talk about, or just research anything. If you just go and research stuff about the United States, you'll most likely come to the same conclusions. But here's just a quick example of me talking with my older brother's best friend, who I was also pretty good friends with through high school. You know, there were times that I would hang out with him, and my brother wasn't even around. I would go over to his house. Like, that's how good of friends I was with him. Real good guy. One of the few people that actually seems to have been at least exposed, because he has an understanding and it's real good, but he doesn't have all the information I have that connects all of the strings, or connects that would be the strings connecting everything together. Alright, so I'm going to make a video where I talk to somebody like my older brother's best friend, or somebody, I don't know. If you want to be this person, you got to let me know in the comments, because I need to make this video as soon as possible. I'm willing to let whoever I'm talking to be anonymous to whatever extent they want to be anonymous. If you don't even want people to hear your voice, we can run a voice changer, or I'll even type in your response to what I'm saying, through the video. We can do whatever we want. I need to get my story out. I might just do one all by myself here. I finally have a phone that can handle recording longer than 10 minutes, so this should finally work out. I was really struggling because either YouTube or my phone was cutting out. Either it wouldn't let me post, or I can't even record that long. I still can't go live until I have enough subscribers, so if you can jump on the wagon, subscribe, stick around, that way I can put live videos out. If live videos happen, that will help bring my story to the surface, because all of what I'm talking about is surfacing as we speak, but I can't get my story out fast enough, so I'm going to seem crazy no matter what. It's just going to seem like all I'm doing is assessing what's happening. No. I could have made all of this information privy or available up to 5 years ago. At least 5 years ago. I could have done half of the information 10 years ago, because some of it's information that it's either been divulged or exposed to me, over the past couple years, but for the most part, I discovered that my internal notions were more accurate than I ever wanted to believe. That should tell you something right there, all right? There's something that you yourself are capable of that I've been shown that my level of you could consider it clairvoyance, but it's I don't have clairvoyance. I just know who is messing with me. It's the same way. Spend enough time with your parents, you know how each one is going to react in a given situation. There was times where I could practically say what my dad was going to say based on certain question I asked, right? And I could do that with in front of my friends. My friends would understand how accurate I was. I could do that in high school, right? Very, very That's a skill that's hard to even recognize within yourself. Okay? Because, oh my goodness. Like, when you know something's coming and then, like, you're not sure if you're clairvoyantly absorbing that information or if you simply had the idea and then coincidentally it happened. That is a really hard connection to even figure out within your own mind, right? But I have days where I'm more clairvoyant than not, okay? And I know I'm not clairvoyant, right? I know I'm not. I don't know the future. There's some things that some people, know. Like for instance, right now I know I'm gonna be alive in 2 seconds, right? Do you call that clairvoyance? No. You call it clairvoyance when you know what your parents are gonna say if you ask if you can go outside or something like that. That's not clairvoyance. I mean, it's clairvoyance to a degree, but it's not like you know the future, right? That's why I'm saying it's like, look, where I come out and call things out or say how things are, and it's either going to be that way or it's not that way yet, and I'm trying to claim how right I am, people instantly throw out, oh, you're a schizo, and you think you're clairvoyant and you're not. It's like, no, bro. Like, I'm definitely not a schizo, and I definitely am being messed with by first responders using a group of people that either operate directly from the fusion centers that the state funds using your tax dollars, or it's just this group that simply maintains communication and connection using a program that I want to say is identical to Discord, or they may even just have a Discord server. Something along those lines. There's no way, I mean, I haven't played around with Reddit enough to figure out how to use that, but I feel like Reddit is too open in order to run a private server, one not as easily accessible or hackable, because it's like with Discord, it seems like they would hide out there, because you have to have an invite to even know that there's a page that you can hack. But if you put something on the internet, that page is out there and is most likely going to get hacked. Like, I've had a Discord server get hacked. I don't even know how they did it. I don't know what. Because it's like nobody joined my alliance or clan, whatever I was running. I think it was a clan. No one fishy joined. There wasn't someone that joined and then quit. It makes me think that somebody that was operating within my clan was reporting back directly, or was notifying someone that does report back directly. That's the only way I believe that my server got hacked. And that is a perfect example of who I'm talking about using a specific situation as ultimate fear-mongering. Because it's like, look, you're on Discord, like I said, you already know how hard it is to hack just by how hard it is for yourself, an honest person, to find the server you want to find. Like, you know there's a server for a specific game that you're playing, and you want to go find this server, and trust me, like, you're going to have a tough time finding it unless the link is on the page for the game. Like, sometimes the game says, join our Discord, and there's no link. And you're like, okay, well, which server is it? You know, I mean, I could go and find a server for this game, you know, by using a search engine, but all that's going to do is give me whatever the search engine wants, you know? Might not even be the same server. So, anyways, I believe they use a server like that because it's hard to hack, and there's so many ways you can compartmentalize information. Like, I can set up a server, and I can have, like, an entire separate server that's maybe either a duplicate or something totally different from what I let everyone else who's on the server see. So, like, I could invite 100 people to a server. They're all going to have the same idea of what that server I invited them to is. And I could create, like I said, an identical server within that server, or an entirely different selection of server content, all inside the same server, and all 100 of those people can be locked out, never know it exists. You know, and that's the whole thing. Out of sight, out of mind. If it's not there, how are you going to know to hack it? Like, someone would have to, you know, want to hack my server and then discover it, you know, but that's not how it works. Or that would be a very rare situation. And I almost guarantee, with how accurate my internal guidance is, I almost guarantee that's not what happened. I guarantee someone was in my alliance feeding information out. That's the only way, because whoever did it was not actually in my alliance, I don't think. The only way that would happen is, like I said, if someone joined and then quit, or whoever the newest member that was not participating was. Something along those lines. So, let's see here. I already have a Discord server where I'm starting to post things. I need to make... I'm trying to get a digital presence established in a manner that I can access no matter what. If my phone breaks, I need to be able to get in. And all of this plays into all of this. So, the way that so many programs or applications, they don't even run unless it recognizes either your phone number, your Play Store account, or your Facebook, or like some type of social media account. They all try to operate on some other pre-existing account that you maybe already have. They want to. When you buy a new phone, the last thing these guys want you to do is to open that phone up and start that phone up just brand new, all by itself. They do not want that. What they want is they want you getting a new phone and you swapping your SIM card over, and all your information gets transferred over. Why is that? Okay, well, it's the same reason why your phone... I've tested this. I've had multiple phones. I can have 2 phones independently operational, and they don't work optimally unless my face or my fingers, you know, it's mainly if my face is in the selfie cam, which is why I have this little flappy thing right here, is because I'm trying to, like, take away the amount of time that my face is just... Every time you look at your phone, this is what your phone sees, right? That's why there's social media posts where it's like, you know, this is what your whatever sees when you look at it. So that's why I've got the little selfie cam privacy deal, is just to stop that. But yeah, they don't want you restarting anything. They want you... they want you restarting as much as possible under the same profile. Because if you start a new profile, there's a chance that they can't get to you in time, and that you're going to get some percentage level of progress that you would not have received had you been on your original profile. Which is crazy, because you're like, why would they be concerned about any percentage? Like, they don't want you gaining anything. They don't want you having any control over anything ever for any reason whatsoever. They need you just following the carrot on the string never questioning the string, never questioning the fact that you're following a carrot on a string, just walking in to anything they want you to walk into, no questions asked, period, ever. That's what they want. You can remove that in small percentages. And I have apparently shown superior qualities in that aspect opposed to the general public on such a scale that now I am held as like that. This is why it's like, dude, you need to understand that I am JFK and MLK. I'm not saying I'm that high up in the society profile. I'm saying that they've lowered the ability to reach that high of a profile in society down to my level. Meaning you'll never, ever see another person like JFK or MLK again, ever! Not unless it's them. Unless it's them, you know, if it's a regular person and they're going to reach that fame, it's only going to be a George Floyd. It's going to be somebody who already died. They will never let an honest, regular person reach that fame level while they're alive and conscious and thinking for themselves. Okay? This is just what I am shown that is what is true on a daily basis. I can link it in my Discord. I can let you see whatever you want to see. If you let me know, I'll unlock a certain portion for you. That way you can only expose yourself to what you want to be exposed to. Which is the best part about Discord. Because you can join a server and only pick the information that you want. So you can go in there and cherry pick only specific information and only be a part of what you want to be a part of. What's really gnarly about Discord is as soon as you try to put yourself in 100% and apply yourself, that's when you realize you're like, oh, there's a bunch of back doors to this whole program, and if you want all the access, you're not gonna get it right away. You're gonna have to find a way into it. Somebody who's on a server with all kinds of back doors and shit has to let you into the back doors. Otherwise, you're not gonna know half of this damn information. You gotta get onto Discord so that you realize how much you don't know. You'll get on there and you'll be like, what the is going on? You can't even tell how old some of the people are. You'll think that you're messing around with some little kid and they're this old adult. And vice versa. You'll be talking to somebody you think this is a fucking wise old person. They're like, I gotta go to class, and they'll let you know something that's they're in grade school. You're like, oh fuck. And like I said, vice versa. You're this guy's acting like a toddler, and you'll end up messing around with him because you think you're gonna you think you're coercing or directing some child, but then the more you talk to him, you're like, this is a full-blown adult. So I don't know how that isn't entertaining enough for you to want to get on Discord, but really, if you want the dirt on Discord and why you want to use it, you have to make your own server. Because until you make your own server and until you know the ins and the outs of the entire server and you know what the server's capable of, and if that way when you go look at a server that you want to look at, you can tell if there's so much not being presented to you. Wouldn't you like to know as soon as you look at a server, you know, and start reading around, like if you're reading in something and they're talking about something and you can't find that anywhere in the tabs of that server, that's like a sign that there's a section of the server that you aren't welcome to yet, that you don't have access to, right? Bam. Sirens playing right now. Because this is such a long video and I'm covering all this important information, if you are sticking around in this video and you've listened to the whole thing, here's your proof that what I talk about is, like, I am directly connected to the source that is screwing the entire nation. Like, not just me, not just Arizona, not just the West Coast, and not even just the nation. We're talking about, like, the Great Pyramids, Atlantis. I know! Big eyes. Oh, Atlantis. No one thinks that place is real. Cue the sirens. Cue the sirens. Because Atlantis was real. It was real. Real place. The earth is flat. Sirens. The earth is flat, yo. Like, listen to Andrew Tate. This conversation. Oh my god. You don't know anything. Look, you don't even know what you're looking at. Oh my gosh, dude. Who is talking to the Tates? And the Tates are just like, oh, it's flat. You don't know what you're talking about. The earth is flat. Fake ass sirens. Fake ass sirens. We might get a helicopter right now. I might get a damn helicopter on this. I hear a helicopter, I'm pretty sure. I hear somebody idling or buzzing. Something's idling nearby. I almost need to check. Oh, but yeah, they want to interrupt it because I was just carrying so much momentum. Like, this video alone, like, you want to watch every video I put out. I'm going to cut this off because 30 minutes is insane. That is insane. New video coming soon. Stay tuned. 2 on Sticky Icky or Zone Sticky Icky.